Good morning once again, and welcome to the Haven Financial Group radio show. I'm Larry Kallevig, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. Thanks for listening, and a happy 2026 to all of you. Feel free to give us a call. You're starting off the new year. You have questions, worries, concerns, reservations. Do I have enough money to retire? Do I need to turn on Social Security this year? These are all valid questions that we would love to be able to answer for you and talk through these. So again, 612-504-8400, havenfinancialgroup.com. There is no cost to sit down with us. This is sometimes people's worry is, oh, I'm going to go in, I'm going to be embarrassed, I don't have much. They're going to try to sell me on something. Not the case. Very laid back atmosphere, just starting our 11th year. And again, we'd love to visit with you. It's the nature of what we do. And there's something to say about peace of mind and conversations. And people oftentimes have questions for years and they don't know who to ask. Mm-hmm. That's our job description.
Absolutely. Let's talk about, as we continue to discuss, ways to make your retirement more comfortable. Let's talk a little bit about the perks of retirement accounts. Social Security, in most cases, cannot be your sole income. And it's up to you to put together something that will fill the gaps. And the folks at Haven Financial Group are happy to help you put together that plan. But one of the things that I think a lot of people, Larry, maybe put off and don't do the minute that they get into the workplace is get into a retirement account. Those retirement accounts are so important and they carry a lot of perks with them.
Yeah, if you're young and listening, start it now. Yeah. Take advantage of those matches. If you're with a company that's still doing a match, I know there's companies out there that aren't matching anymore, but maximize those contributions to whatever degree you can. Always contribute enough to those to get the employer's match. The power of compounding, and Kyle, we've talked about it many times. Start early, yes. Procrastinating into your 50s or later doesn't reap the rewards you're probably going to want in retirement. So start early, adjust risk appropriately. If you're younger, certainly there's no reason why you can't take more risk. As you get closer to retirement, though, again, maybe it's time to take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Maybe not swing for the fences. But maybe like most of our clients, hey, I want the water calmer. I don't want any white caps. Mm-hmm. Hitting a single is just fine with me. Maybe a double once in a while, avoiding those very, very big ups and downs, which maybe it won't allow you to sleep at night. Now, that doesn't mean getting over conservative. Sometimes people can hear what I'm saying and go, oh, you just want to put it in our mattress or bed mattress. No, that doesn't do anything any good. So don't become too over conservative. Again, striking that right balance between liquidity, principal investments that are principal protected investments, and risk in the stock market. What is that right recipe? Only you can answer that, and we can be there to help you answer that question.
Sure. Hey, Kyle, let's talk a little bit about catch-up contributions and explain to people what that is, if maybe you did miss, somewhere along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a huge opportunity for people who are over 50 years of age. So if you're over 50 inside of retirement plans, you can contribute an extra $6,500 into your retirement plan. And now there is another special optimization for people age 60 to 63 that the IRS now allows. And you can do a total extra contribution of about $11,000. So it's not that $11,000 isn't on top of the $6,500. That's in addition, or it's not in addition. So it's an extra $5,000 from the original age 50 catch up.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're maximizing that out as well, not just the base IRS limits for the 401ks. There's also a catch-up contribution that you can make for IRAs. So you can do an extra, let's say $1,600. $1,200 for 2026. They just changed it for this year. In 2025, it was $1,000, but it went up a little bit. So make sure that you're maxing that out as well. And sometimes people can't make IRA contributions that are deductible for their taxes. But maybe you can do what's called a backdoor Roth IRA, and that's contributing to an IRA and then converting that to Roth. And because it wasn't deductible in the first place, you can convert that for free, tax-free. So make sure you're taking advantage of all the opportunities that are out there for you for your retirement planning. And then also maybe even if you're self-employed, you don't have a retirement plan option, there's simple IRAs, there's SEP IRAs, there's individual 401ks, and you can also do a traditional IRA with that as well. So even if you're not employed by a company who has a plan, there is options out there for you to make sure that you get started, because that compounding interest makes a huge impact.
Mm-hmm.
The earlier you start, the better it is.
And I know that a lot of this sounds a bit confusing, and I think all of us understand that. And here we are on the radio, and we've only got an hour to chat about this. But the point is that there are options out there for you, and the folks at Haven Financial Group know what those options are. They know what those deadlines are, and they know how to maximize all of these retirement accounts for you. So, if that's something you're really interested in, again, maybe you have a plan, but you're not sure that it's moving along the way you'd like it to, give the folks at Haven Financial Group a call, 612-504-8400. Larry, one of the things you really want to avoid, though, when it comes to these retirement accounts are penalties.
Yeah, avoid them at all costs. It's just money washed down the drain. And why would you do it? Well, people do it unintentionally oftentimes because they don't know some of the specific timelines. The rules for early withdrawals before 59 and a half. Maybe you retire at 55. What are the ramifications for that? Required minimum distributions, missing that deadline. And by the way, that's changed a lot. Now that age is 73, and I think it's 6 years it goes to age 75. So just knowing what these rules and regulations are, which if you have a good partner, you should be relying on them. Not that you don't have to know it yourself, but somebody should be reminding you of these timelines, which are so critical. And beyond penalties, I'll say, and you've heard me say it, because oftentimes we ask folks, what are you paying your guy or gal to manage your money? And 70 to 80% of the time I get the answer, Larry, that's a really good question. We have no idea. Now, I say that with all the respect in the world, but the reality is nothing is free, but transparency should be expected today. And if you don't know the answer to what you're paying, I think you should ask the question as many times as it takes to get a straight answer. All in, what are your costs? Kyle and the team at Haven Financial Group, we see folks paying 2 to 3 times the going rate all in the industry, and we know higher cost does not mean higher returns. And so that's important. Tax diversification, we've already touched on it, but I see a lot of confusion. I have an annuity. I have stocks. I just want to draw the correlation between the type of investment vehicle, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities. That's the investment vehicle. But then there's Roth annuities, Roths. You can have Roths, you can have pre-tax IRA type, or non-qualified brokerage accounts. You can maneuver in IRAs and Roth IRAs without having tax implications. But in that brokerage account, there could be long-term capital gains tax. So on the Haven team, we're constantly helping people understand, where should we draw? What are the tax implications? No, we don't want to do it this way. Won't get into it in this show, but tax loss harvesting, all these things that may sound very complicated, but when executed properly and a good partner, they should be expected. And guess what? They pay dividends down the road.
Absolutely. 612-504-8400. Let's get a good partner. Here we are at the beginning of 2026. Let's make 2026 a year that we develop a partnership with someone who can help you navigate these retirement years. Again, that number at Haven Financial Group, 612-504-8400. When we come back, we're going to talk about understanding investment strategy that works for you. This is the Haven Financial Group Radio Show.